Honorable Susan Onyango. I'm MCA Gwassi South. First of all, I come from Siaya County, Alego. That's where I was born. Then my parents moved to Migori. Currently, we stay in Migori. I started my schooling in Homa Bay County, Homa Bay Primary. For sure, my family, I come from a humble background. I started my schooling at Homa Bay Primary, then moved to Kasembo Primary. Kasembo Primary is in Migori County, just before you reach Nyatike. That's where I start my KCPE. I was called to join Kadika Girls. Kadika Girls still is in Migori from the year 1997. Then I did my KCSE in 2000. I came to Nairobi here, where I first did my college in Nairobi Technical Training Institute as a pharmacy. Luckily, I got married in 2003, now in Soba Sub-County, specifically Gwassi. I'm blessed with the 3 beautiful girls in Gwassi and happily married. For sure, I also got a very humble background from where I'm married. Currently, as things stand, I'm an MCA of that region.
Wow.
And I want to tell you, I'm the ever first female MCA ever elected in that region since independent.
Wow.
They've never elected any woman.
Wow.
I'm so happy because if at all people can be, their names to be in the Guinness Book of Record, then I'm one in Homa Bay County.
Oh, wow, congratulations.
Thank you. And for sure, in Homa Bay County, I'm the only independent woman that was elected. Reasons why I joined politics. For sure, I admired current CS, Honorable John Mbadi. He was our MP. And for sure, he is my mentor. And he is the person who has made me to join politics. We started way back in 2013. Being in the position of, I contested for a position of being a chair of a ward at a polling station, ODM chair, Women League. Fortunately, I was elected to be the Women League, ODM. Then again, I went to the sub-county, where again I contested. Fortunately, I won treasurer seat. So I was helping the party, the ODM party, so much. And by that time, Honorable John Mbadi too was a national chair of ODM. Before 2014 to 2016, where we really had tough campaigns between the current CS, Honorable John Mbadi, and our MP, current MP, Honorable Carol Omondi. I was his treasurer by then of Honorable John Mbadi. I managed his finances well during his campaigns, and it was a tough one. And I want to assure you, he won the 2017 general election. Then I was nominated by ODM party then in 2017. I served as a member of county assembly nominated. You know, the seat became so sweet. And I felt like, no, I really need to do more to our people. That's how my journey in politics began. My campaign was a godsend. Because one, I used not to campaign using my car. You know, so I changed the tax. After nomination, I changed tax. I used to have a motorbike, only one motorbike. Driver, myself, and a boy security. Only the motorbike. You know, some men thought they were still waiting for me to pass with vehicles. But I only used to have my vehicle. Then the funniest thing, what really happened, that the incumbent, the person who had ODM ticket, people didn't want to see him. Whenever he goes for a funeral, he will be chased. So he could not go to any gathering. So he had really rough time of campaigning, while the rest, the 11 of us, we could just campaign freely. Though it was a bit tough on my side because men ganged up. They used to say, we cannot elect a woman who has a bra, a woman with a biker. We can't elect. So when they used that on me, I took an advantage of that. Then I had to tell female, of course, it's me. In any gathering or rather funeral, it's me who will give them microphone, because then I was the senior. I was nominated. I was still an MCA. So they could talk, then I'll summarize lastly. So it's like they were agreeing, you go and say this, I go and say this to her. We know she won't talk. She'll become angry and won't talk. So one day, what made people really support me, one day we went to a very big funeral. It was around with 2,000 people. And the current CS was in attendance. And my husband too was there. So I was giving them microphone. Then all of a sudden, one of them stood and said, you people, you don't need to elect a woman. This is a lady that has been married in several places. So he started counting and saying that I've left kids, those sides. And still when they vote for me, I'll go back where I'm married. So it's like I was torn between the two. Now where will I go? If I'm now married in 4 places, honestly, and I've been given the seat, where will I now go? Then I got courage. I was the one to summarize. Honorable John Badi, the CS, could look at my husband and smile that maybe my husband will be angry. So, it was something that happened funnily. When I was given a mic, I didn't bother to touch on anything that man said. Instead, I told the people what I was going to do. I told them my agendas one by one by one. Then they said immediately the funeral was over. Majority of people said this is a leader. This is a lady we are going to vote for. She's not petty. Honestly, what I can say about the women representation, we are still far. We are still far. We've still not attained the 2/3 gender role that we are fighting for. Homa Bay County, as things stand, and maybe in near future, it will become a county of girls. Why am I saying so? In 2017, let me narrow it to the county assembly. We had only 2 women elected. Only 2. In 2022, we are now 6 elected. Are you seeing the number going up?
Yeah.
And in Parliament, National Parliament, in Homa Bay County, we have 3 elected female leaders in Homa Bay County. And remember, we have 8 sub-counties. Now 3 are elected female. Then we have our woman rep. That makes them 4. Remember, our governor too is a female governor. Now that is 5. Plus 6 elected MCAs. That makes them 11. Then we have now nominated colleagues again at 12.
Wow.
I strongly believe that going forward, Homa Bay County will be a county of girls.
Wow.
And I believe that come 2027, when given life, it will double the number. We really need to formulate policies that really can favor women. Like there are harassment. Many women fear. When you cannot grab these seats when men fight you. They fear they fear abuses. When you are told you are a harlot. That is so nice when I'm told so. All men have been given birth by a woman. When somebody tells you I'm a harlot, how can he really substantiate that I'm a harlot? How? I'm the person who gave birth to him. Is he? How do we call men? Are they humanizers? You cannot say so. Many women fear that, no, I can't go for this seat, you see. Like the way they abuse Susan, that she's married to where. Me, I cannot. I rather stay at home and I be a housewife. We really need to battle out with them. We can't leave those seats. Since the beginning of 2022 to date, there are tangible projects that we've done in our wards, have done as a person, that will remain as a legacy. Have done several roads in my ward that was not there. And the two MCA, since devolution began, they did totally nothing. Nothing can be pointed that this one was done with the fellow MCA. Now through my networks, not all from the county government, there are some that I do proposals and it is done to me. I'm a lucky person. Some from the national governments, we partner with them. Several projects, water projects, name it. As things stand now, I'm just from the rural today. We just dispersed the bursary that come January, each student will walk with a check to the school. Those are one of the achievements that I'm proud of. When I leave the office, then I'm able to count. When we come to legislations, we've done a lot in our county. We've passed several bills, like the gender-based violence policy, one of the best that is passed with Homa Bay County. The issue of gender, it's tricky in our county. Yeah, we passed it, we've passed that. We've again passed the child protection policy and several other bills like education fund that enables us, gives the students who are less fortunate to have scholarship right from Form 1 to Form 4. We've done that, and that one I can count as one of the legacy, because since 2022 to date, I have 12 students in my ward that is catered for by the county, right from Form 1 to Form 4. Everything is taken up by the county. That is fins to swim. We call it fins to swim in Homa Bay, just like the Equity one. Everything it does, shopping, name it, even the pocket money we give to those students. So far there are now 12. Those are achievements that we've made as a county, that for sure when we leave the office, people will say, our employers will say, for sure we elected so and so. This is the achievements. If God willing, we will be re-elected based on what we've achieved. There were a lot of challenges. There were abuses all over with the men. They could tell me unpalatable words in presence of my kids. And the biggest challenge that I had as a woman leader was the challenge of finances. Yeah, campaigns are expensive, but you really need to source for finances. That was a very big challenge. But now, how I really overcome, maybe for example, how they used to insult me and the rest. To me, insults were a bit petty to me. I was once advised by a person who I like most, our CS. He called me my mentor in politics. That, Susan, what you do with insults, turn them into jokes, so that those who insult you will be seen as fools with people. And that is exactly how now I decided to turn the insults into jokes, the unpalatable words into jokes. You see, when someone come and abuse me, then I'll say, this one is just my in-law. What do you think? I'm the only person that he can abuse. Of course, he cannot abuse the mother or rather the father, but it's me. That is so nice, and I love that. This is my husband. You see? Yeah. So that's how I had to mitigate through and see to it that I live with them, but I devoid completely from name calling. What I can really tell them, one, they should not shy away from electing women. There is a say, not really a say, but the truth is, men normally don't go back home once they are elected. They stay in town. But as a female, As a woman, I'll be in my home almost every weekend, and I'll ensure that I'll keep my home. I will be with my family and with my kids, as opposed to men. They used to cry that, I know, we are electing these men and they are not coming back home. We are not seeing them. Now I have taken that as an advantage. I'm there for them all the time they need. I cook for them. When I go to my house, they come. They are my visitors. It's me who does the cooking. I don't have my maid to do it. I do it myself. And I serve them personally myself as a woman. I'm now not a leader when it comes to my house. I'm a woman. Remember, I'm serving the two positions, being a leader and a woman as well. Anytime I reach at my gate, my leadership remains there at the gate. When I'm in my house, I just know how to balance. My kids needs me. They need to feel their mom. They need to feel her presence. And I really need to attend to them. My husband needs me too. I need to attend to him. I need to give him food. Under very rare circumstances, that I'll leave maid to give them. But I'll make sure everything that is in the house is for them. Just as I said, we have agenda you set for 5 years. In an event that I fail to meet all of them, of course I might not meet all of them, given maybe the timeline and the money allocation that comes from the treasury's source cars, and maybe one of them that I'll say, because I promise that I'll do maybe I'll set up an eye center is early year education center for a particular place, but in an event that I fail to do it, then I will say, please add me more time. I go and do this. If that cannot work, still I will tell them that I need to have how do we call the gender empowerment, the empowerment fund bill specifically for women that will address the issues of female, that will allow them have grants, that will help them have their small medium enterprise run. What I can say to my fellow women who are vying in any position, for sure we really need to start from a small beginning, then we climb the ladder along the way. I'll encourage my colleagues or fellow women to start even from the chamas. Be a chair, go to church, be a chair, be a chief, whichever, in any, that is you are a leader in your own capacity. When you want to vie, nobody should discourage you. Keep on. Nobody knows. Just try. And for sure, if I have the organizations, I will link them up with, for example, maybe the KWOPA, the Kenya Women Parliamentarians. We have the Eco Network Africa. We have in collaboration with the UN Women. These are bodies that when we work together with, we will really achieve more in terms of getting women into leadership positions. There are organizations that can help. One is the Diamond Trust Fund. They can give you materials only when you register with them. Maybe you start saving small bit by a bit, they can help you. There are some even well-wishers that really need female to vie. Then they can pick from there, and of course they cannot give you 100%. But even if you are given 20%, you didn't have it. It can take you somewhere. And we can even pull as female. I wish all females should have this in mind, that we can pull together. We pull our resources. We help one another. When there is a female colleague somewhere is vying and is financial difficulty, we really need to assist. Because for now, I've worked now for 2 terms. I can term it 2 terms. 2027 is just about the can. Of course, I have my savings. It cannot be that I don't have any saving. I can help pull a female colleague so that when I leave this seat, I'll leave it for a female Just like the same way I felt I had all it takes to go and vie. That's why I had to leave my space for being nominated for another woman to get that space. And for sure, we have a woman who replaced me. In that space alone, I've created a space for a woman that can fit in. And still, working together as women, we really need to work more hard as women. Like, for example, we have executive wing. The executive female must just have to work with, again, not really that female work with female alone, no, but we must work in unison. For us to achieve our set objectives and goal, we must work together. I'm happy, I'm really encouraged, and I would wish that one day more women can be brought to such a platform, and we share and we gain experiences.
It's a season.